Hello everyone and welcome back to some Wario Land Shake It with every single coin. This is part 16, so let's go. In this video we're going to be taking down Bamboozle Village. So without further ado, let's go. And while this isn't really a particularly long level, it does take some messing around in order to find all the coins. So I am going to be speeding it up a little bit, otherwise it would be a 30-minute video. And we get reintroduced to an enemy called the Peekaboom. These guys will teleport and throw lots of bombs, which actually can be used for quite a bit. Now, with this giant coin bag, we're going to bring it over here, because if you actually throw a coin bag at these little planks that you can open up, it'll end up actually destroying the coin bag, because the planks will crush it. So we have to be careful to make sure we don't do that. Next we're going to go ahead and open up a passageway up here. We do this so we can get higher, so we can take the dash cannon higher. But first we need to go ahead and empty out this room full of gold. We can open up all these planks, and then we can actually use the dash cannon. Although I do grab some of these coins in the next room first. Also, we have to open up another passageway. Also, if you look to the right, you can see a iron block that we need to actually destroy. And we can do this by actually taking the dash cannon to the screen. Although it will take some precise jumping. We go ahead and open up this. And now we just have to make our way back up. I go ahead and re-hit that yellow block, grab the treasure chest, and now I'm going to go ahead and try to destroy that iron crate. That is a pretty tight jump actually, so it takes me a few tries in order to get it. The jumps are sometimes a little bit harder because if you jump too early, you'll actually crash into the spikes in the top. So you have to be careful for that. Next we have this screen where we're going to go ahead and shake a bomb in order to make it stop being lit. I try to go ahead and throw it down. It doesn't work very well. So I decided to go ahead and try again. I'm sure this is how you're supposed to do it, but it wasn't working out for me, so I try a new plan. I just try this a few more times. And now, I try to go ahead and use a different strategy. Just let Wario carry it the whole time. And it actually worked pretty well. With that, we're able to get some nice green tea. Next, I try to go ahead and use the Max Fastosity Dasherator in order to take Dash Wario up to the top and maybe be able to get some cheese with him. But it doesn't really work because that little wooden plank is not open. Next, we find another iron crate, 2 iron crates in fact, that we need to destroy. And that's where these bombs come in. What I go ahead and do is I open the top iron crate as well as the bottom. Then I go ahead and murder the Peekaboom. And this allows us to proceed. Now we get this section. And by this point I was running out of health, so I decided to go ahead and shake a spiked enemy in order to go ahead and grab a piece of garlic. I go ahead and refresh the room because I'm trying to flip these planks in the right direction. I go ahead and mess around and get them facing, I jump on top of this plank in order to go ahead and grab this diamond, and then I proceed. In this room, you can't jump too high or you'll crash into the spikes, so you just have to do either medium bounces or small bounces in order to not. We use those in order to go ahead and grab some coins as well as a secret map, which will lead to freezing fields. We can go ahead and grab the last treasure chest, which will give us a collapsible telescope, and then we can proceed and make sure not to do a large ground pound, otherwise you'll miss the golden enemy and a giant coin bag. Then we get to this section where I mess around a lot trying to figure out what to do. It's honestly not that hard, but I was just messing around with it, seeing if I could do anything with it. You really can't. But with that, we're pretty much already done with this level. The run back isn't too difficult, although it will need some explaining on what the inputs are in order to make your way to all the coins, including the coins at the very beginning of a level. And with that, I'm pretty much done with this section. I just attempt to use it a couple more times. I even try to mess with it with the peekaboo and its bombs. Surprisingly, the explosion from the bombs doesn't actually move the wood planks, which I think is kind of surprising. An interesting thing about the peekabooms is that they'll actually, if they get a bomb thrown near them, if they throw it themselves or if you throw it, they'll actually, their AI is programmed to actually teleport away, which I find is kind of interesting. But here I go ahead and get up here, and then I try the run away with the Murphle section. Now, it's not terribly difficult. This first section is probably the most difficult, but it's nothing that hard. The first thing that we need to do is we need to go ahead and turn this in the right direction. This way, when we go ahead and use the max viscosity dasher reader, it'll actually allow us to make it. If we turn it any other way, we'll go ahead and crash against it. When it's turned in the direction that it was, it will allow us to pass. We can make our way through here. We need to bounce on that and not jump. This allows us to get up here and make our way through here. Next, when we get here, we need to go ahead and make our way all the way down the structure, otherwise we will miss these last few coins. We collect them, and with that, Bamboozle Village is complete. Not really a hard level, but it unlocks freezing fields, which is surprisingly the second to last level left. So that's what we're going to be doing in the next episode. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.